Hey guys, I'm gonna be giving you the tour of the Tempest, the ship similar to the Normandy from the first Mass Effect games. We're gonna start from top to bottom. Um, right here we got the VidCon room. Right here, VidCon. It's only come up about 2 or 3 times when you've got to use it, at least for me. And I feel like I'm about halfway through the game, maybe a little less. Um, really, there's not too much that goes on up here. More exciting stuff is down here. I won't get too much into where the people, your crewmates, are because they change locations as you advance through the story. So in some of these rooms, I mean, you can scan and they don't really do much. You do get a quest where you have to look for mass that hasn't been registered on the computers, and they pretty much tell you there's an anomaly with a certain amount of mass that they can't find, so you have to kind of scan each of the rooms for it. But here's kind of like the central computer where you can do a couple other things. The strike team missions, pretty cool. This kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Creed, where you can send your own assassins on missions. But this one's kind of time consuming, and it's to upgrade and get new teams, you need mission funds, and after each mission, you only get 5 to 10 for the beginners. And at the moment, you know, when I started this, I would see, you know, about 7 or 8 missions. I don't know if they pop up depending on how far you are, or if it's an online thing that connects. But you kind of have to scroll through to see which ones give your teams the best chance of success, and try to get them to progress that way. And I got 2 teams right here that are going. And this one got a negative trait. I don't know if that's because I sent him on missions where he kept failing, and if they fail too often, that negative trait might get developed. I'm not exactly sure. So I've been kind of wary about sending them on missions where it's really low thing, but at the same time, I'm running out of missions to do, so I've just been sending them on the missions anyways. And then they've got these viability where you can trade in certain perks, and like this one, in about 41 more minutes, I'll get the reward. And so some of them, you get a reward every interval, and other ones, like some of these commerce ones, they let you have more access to better inventories, increased capacity, you know, little perks. So it either gives you special abilities, or you get items, experience, research points at certain intervals. So that's kind of cool. Gives you a reason to come back to your ship a little more frequently than you would think. And then they've got this research center where you find stuff with your scanner, and you get research data. You can use that to get plans. There's a Milky Way, a Helios one, and a Remnant. So 3 different kinds of points, and you can spend them on weapons, armors, or augmentations. I'm not sure if this is one of those systems where you kind of need to spend your points carefully because you won't be able to use them all, or if towards the end of the game you just get so many points that you can buy everything. I mean, at the moment it just seems like there's so much stuff you can get, and you don't seem to be getting it as points as quickly. And then on the other end of that, you've got development, where you can use your materials to develop those plans or other plans that you've come across. You know, different weapons, different armors, upgrades for the Nomad. I've done most of them right now, and special items. So that's a cool little system that they've kind of come up with here. So we already checked out that room. Over here, it's supposed to be kind of like a, they got plants, and they've also kind of filled up this little vivarium with some arachnids. Loading. I hate having to stand in front of these doors forever. So here's the cargo bay, there's the Nomad.
Devil's advocate, okay?
You got a loading or lift right here to go up and down, but you can also just jump. I'll show you that in a second. Here's your core. Again, you know, there's not too much stuff to do right, you know, at each area. There's that central terminal that you do a lot of stuff at, and you know, there's about 10 crew members that you can talk to, and there's one of them, and then you can also just hike over in some areas to get down quicker, which is nice. This is Liam's room, with a nice little couch. You can scan that for points. Again, he's not always in there, they always move areas. This was where that Turian lady was. I don't take her out on missions, so I don't remember her name at the moment. The one who seems consistently in a spot, though, is Cora. She seems to almost always be in this area. I don't know if that's because you can only develop a certain relationship with her, or maybe it's one of those lock things where, you know, she won't show interest in males. I don't know. Let's see. Then we've got the med bay over here, and this interesting little feature right here, where you can respec your skills. I haven't tried it yet, but you can do it for your characters if you really regret how you built your character or one of your support characters. Maybe it's just because I'm playing on one of the easier settings, but at the moment this doesn't seem quite as necessary, but I can see it being useful when you're doing the harder settings. And then we've got a crew bay, and you can kind of keep track of their communications to each other.
Do all Angaras snore, or just you? Do all humans whimper in their
kitchen
sleep?
over here.
Or just you?
And then we've got the Pathfinder's quarters. We get the best quarters. We've got some ships right here, models. Talk to Sam node. Not too much you can really do with that one though. You can check your emails down here. Again, like the other Mass Effect games, they do have music that you can listen to if you just want to clear your head, mess with your wardrobe and stuff. There's some people that like doing that a whole bunch. I usually just stick with certain you know, and then check out your progress on each of the planets with the viability. Again, I kind of feel like I'm about halfway through the game at this point. I think I kind of skipped. This is one of the things that sucks is, you know, going up and down these ladders. You can't jump over in this area for some reason, even though you can hurdle over the fence in that other area. You can't just jump down right here. I wish you could at least jump down. But, I mean, even though the ladders are slow getting back up. And then here's the bridge. You can mess with your loadout over here. Try out different armor and weapons. At the moment, it seems like you can only really equip your main character, Ryder, with certain weapons and armor. Doesn't seem like you equip your squad members at all. And then over here, PB hangs out in here. She doesn't always hang out in here, but she's kind of taking up residence in this room. Another email terminal. You got your two pilots, Suvi and Kahlo. And then at the end, you've got the galaxy map. Just kind of like the other one where you can kind of zoom out and explore the Andromeda galaxy. So, thanks for watching.